Hey, watch your mouth.
Just playing.
All right, enjoy. And be nice. My side of the door was busted, so he had to get out of the car to let me out. And that's when they jumped him.
I need you to be more like this, like a fist. I'm spending a lot of time on these details since you can't seem to cope with making decisions.
Remember that scene in Poetic Justice where Jesse got all up in Tupac's face and he hit her with the "you need some mint" line? Yeah, that was Tyra Ferrell, the one with the sharp tongue, no-nonsense vibe, and the acting chops that made her a low-key legend in Black cinema. While that moment gave everyone a laugh, Tyra's career is nothing to joke about. She's been stealing scenes in iconic movies since the 80s, with performances in Boys in the Hood.
Well, good. You just in time for the food. I was just going in to bring out the rest of the things. Potato salad, you name it, we got it.
White Men Can't Jump.
They took my TV, they took my husband's stereo, they took my baby's crib, and I want to know what kind of human being would steal a baby's crib, okay?
And Poetic Justice that still hold weight today.
Honey, you don't fight no man with your fist. You fight him in his wallet.
She's that actress who never needs the spotlight to leave an impression. She just shows up, delivers the goods, and dips before the credits roll.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So let's talk about the woman behind the attitude, the talent, and yes, the minty moment that accidentally made movie history. Tyra Ferrell was born on January 28, 1962, in Houston, Texas. She wasn't born into Hollywood, not even close. Like so many future stars, she grew up glued to the screen, watching movies, soaking up performances, and unknowingly lighting the spark that would one day fuel her own rise.
I would watch movies a lot and just daydream about that, but I never saw myself, so I decided I wanted to do that.
After graduating from high school, she packed her bags and moved to New York City, because if you're chasing a dream, might as well do it where the landlord demands rent, money, blood type, and a written apology for being broke.
Give me my money.
Tyra trained seriously, and it showed. She started performing in stage productions, including Lena Horne's Broadway musical Review and a run in the show Ain't Misbehavin'. She wasn't just learning how to act, she was learning how to hold a stage. And once you know how to keep a Broadway audience quiet, film and TV cameras aren't nearly as intimidating. This theater foundation gave her the kind of depth and control that would make her on-screen performances sharp, grounded, and always just a little more compelling than the role required, which is probably why casting directors kept calling. She made her film debut in 1981 with So Fine.
Sensational! Unbelievable! Since when is your dad?
And started stacking roles with consistency. Nothing flashy at first, just solid professional work. She made appearances on TV shows like Hill Street Blues.
I ain't saying nothing until I know what you people want. I've been caught in these switches before.
And The Twilight Zone. Slowly building a rhythm that casting directors couldn't ignore. This was the 80s, and Tyra was already proving she could handle drama, suspense, comedy, whatever you threw her way. Then came the early 90s, and with it, the roles that stamped her name in pop culture history. First up, Boys in the Hood in 1991.
So tell me something. How come your daddy don't come over here and play cards with us no more?
She played Mrs. Baker, the physically and emotionally abusive mother of Doughboy and Ricky, and she played it with a level of realism and fire that felt less like acting and more like watching someone's real life unravel. She wasn't just the mom. She was the emotional backbone of the film, always ready to bring the heat and knock some sense into anyone who needed it. That same year, she turned around and starred in Jungle Fever.
What?
I cheated on Drew.
Playing a character in a completely different world. That's what made Tyra stand out. She didn't just do one type of role. She could be in a hood classic one week, a prestige indie the next, and make both feel natural.
Because I'm a character actress and it is about the work, and I wanted to show Hollywood that I could be different. I just wasn't a hood mother.
Her most mainstream splash came in 1992 with White Men Can't Jump, where she played Rhonda.
Wake up, girlfriend. It's your boyfriend. He's got some problems.
The sharp-tongued, Jeopardy-loving wife of Wesley Snipes' character. That performance was comedy, attitude, and heart all rolled into one, and it's still one of the most quoted roles of her career. Poetic Justice came next in 1993, and she played Justice's boss, Jesse.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Come here for a minute, please.
Once again, just a few scenes, but Tyra's presence was impossible to ignore. That was her thing. She could take roles other actresses would have phoned in and make them stand out. She also kept working steadily on television with recurring roles in the Bronx Zoo.
It's just that I feel funny about what happened to him. I mean, it sort of bothers me. And I thought maybe if I wrote about it.
30-something.
What the community needs is recycling, not incineration.
And the medical drama ER.
Dichotomy tray. Let's move. Come on.
Where she played Dr. Sarah Langworthy. This wasn't some one-episode gig. She had range, and she kept proving it. In 2000, she showed up in The Corner.
We're making this garden, and we can't dig any further in the middle here until we get these large stones free.
The gritty HBO miniseries created by David Simon, and she was excellent in it. No surprise there. She starred in several TV movies throughout the 90s and early 2000s as well, like Better Off Dead.
I went to the mayor's office ready to lay the blame for Nathan Webster's death on my deputy.
The Shield, The Cape.
Don't fly solo on me, Zeke. We've got too much riding on this.
It was an opinion, that's all.
Have you ever operated the RMS?
And Crash of Flight 323. And then Silence.
Exciting time for me in my work, but I had worked so diligently, I forgot to have fun.
Around 2004, Tyra took a break from the spotlight. No big announcement, no messy headlines, and definitely no Instagram post explaining her hiatus, because Instagram wasn't even a thing yet. If you wanted updates, you had to wait for a magazine cover or hope she showed up on 106 and Park. Was it a retirement? Not exactly. She later said that she needed time for herself, for her family, for peace.
I had a choice. It was career or love, and I chose love.
No scandals, no meltdowns. Just a woman choosing balance over burnout. After about a decade break, she made a quiet comeback in 2015. Showing up in small roles again, still sharp, still magnetic. She appeared in Empire.
Your Honor, this is unacceptable. If the defense counsel isn't present at the bail hearing that he called, then he's wasting our time.
And then took on the role of Mama DeBarge in the 2019 film, The Bobby DeBarge Story.
I need you to be more like this. Like a fist.
Only this time, she couldn't rely on just her signature mama instincts. To play Ederline DeBarge, she had to dig deep, studying her life and channeling the pain of someone who endured abuse. Then came A New York Christmas Wedding in 2020.
I'm spending a lot of time on these details since you can't seem to cope with making decisions.
A Netflix holiday film that brought her to a whole new audience. No fuss, no promo circus, just her, doing what she does best. Tyra never needed to be the loudest actress in the room. She just had to show her face, open her mouth, and boom, respect earned. Whether she had 5 lines or the whole monologue, she knew how to own a moment. And that's what makes a real career. While she made a habit of stealing scenes on screen, she kept things refreshingly low-key off screen. Her personal life is quiet, drama-free, and totally on her terms. She's been married to Don Carlos Jackson since 1992. That's right, over 30 years and not a single messy relationship headline to their name. No reality show appearances, no Twitter rants, no quiet unfollowing on Instagram, just a real-life marriage, far away from the Hollywood chaos. Honestly, that alone deserves an award.
A
They have one child, and just like Tyra, the kid stays out of the spotlight, just vibes and privacy. Tyra's always drawn a clear line. The work is for the world, but her life is her business. And in an era where celebs overshare for clicks, her cool, unbothered mystery auntie energy feels like a breath of fresh air.
You learn something new every day.
Around here, anyway.
She may not have a trophy case that makes headlines, but don't get it twisted, she's been recognized. In 1992, she was nominated for an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a motion picture for her role in Boys and the Hood. And even though she didn't take the trophy home, everyone knew she ate that role up.
What y'all doing now?
Then in 2005, she got another NAACP nomination for her work in the ABC television film NTSB, The Crash of Flight 323. That's over a decade later, proving she didn't just hit once and disappear. Her impact has stood the test of time. Even before all that, in 1991, Tyra was listed in the Star News as one of the most promising new actors in the industry. And they weren't wrong. That was the year she had 2 powerhouse roles in Boys in the Hood and Jungle Fever. A lot of actors dream of one big breakout role. Tyra had 2. She's also been praised for her portrayals of complex, grounded Black women, especially maternal figures. Not the one-dimensional TV mom types, but real-deal characters with strength, flaws, and soul.
I play another drama mama.
Her estimated net worth is about $1 million. Not flashy by Hollywood standards, but for someone who took long breaks, avoided commercial fluff, and focused on meaningful work, that's solid. And more importantly, she's still working. Her return in Empire and A New York Christmas Wedding in the 2000s and 20s reminded everyone that Tyra never lost her touch. She just took her time. Her name may not trend every week, but Tyra Ferrell is what real working actors aspire to be: respected, booked, and unbothered.